All right. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Hungries.
You fuck. Hi, Hungries. No, I clapped. 1, 2, 3.
Hi,
1, 2, 3.
Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
This is the Dad vs. Dad podcast.
Yes, it is. Why did you cut me so many? Like, the timing is the clap. We are missing a camera this time because, for crying out loud, Stu, you stole my little nub bit that sits in the camera, which is always a dodgy camera anyway, so I'm not really too bummed. If this works, if this is okay, I don't ever want to see that camera again.
Yep. So people on cameras on our Patreon can see that we have a Jenga machine in front of us.
We have Jenga.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to take from the top, are we? Could you imagine?
No. Take it from the middle and put it on the top.
Okay.
It is the worst Jenga board, Jenga mat, Jenga I've ever seen. The bits are like grippy.
I'll let you go first.
Like, so you grab one and you can pull the whole thing across. Okay. If you touch one, you have to take that one. Starting from now.
All right.
Okay. We'll just do one each now and then we'll get into things. Okay, Kevin's turn. I successfully Jenga'd a piece. I'm very good at Jenga.
I'm also just going to announce that because we have some events going on outside of the pod and we do have to record in weird spots, we're not able to do challenges, which is why we are doing Jenga.
Yeah. So there'll be no debates over the next month because, weird schedules and that kind of thing. And no big challenges. So we'll have stupid challenges like Jenga. So we'll be doing this between bits of the show.
I've grabbed a bit.
Yeah.
And it's pulling all of them.
Yeah, because it's a really, really grippy Jenga. I've never seen anything like it.
All right. I haven't tried any things yet, so I'm going to retract that pull.
We did say if you touch a thing, but we'll let it go this for the first one.
Because it's all about learning
what
to do. And I'm not done yet.
And see, we're being gentle. We're taking our time with the kids who are a little bit slower.
So I don't think I've ever played Jenga. It's cheap came up Jenga.
Yeah, it is cheap came up.
It's called Jumbling Tower.
Yeah, I played it a few times probably. Last week, me and Vera were sick.
Oh, good.
Dad last week coughing on my face.
Cough.
So naturally, I got sick. Then Vera got sick as well. She missed out on swimming. She missed out on school.
Was she bummed about that?
She was going nuts. Yeah, she was bouncing off the walls all week. Tried to fill her week as much as possible.
And is she one of those sick kids that isn't sick when she's sick?
Yeah.
Ugh.
She's like, why can't I do stuff? I'm
full of beans. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah. It is, and especially now in this sort of climate, you just have to accept that no, you are sick. This is what it is.
Yeah.
You're sick. Yeah. And they don't get it.
No. Or apparently parents don't get it either. Well, grandparents. It doesn't matter that it's not COVID. You're still sick. People don't want to get sick.
Well, our stepmom was saying that dad was a toddler.
Yeah, he is basically a toddler. Coming home, bringing all the diseases. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Although he's moved out, he's done.
Oh yeah,
no more
moving.
moving.
Home.
Yep, that's good.
Exciting for them.
Yep.
All right. Do you have any news? Is anything that happened to you or whatever?
It's been such a weird week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there was anything that was notable.
So nothing eventful this week. Okay, before we move on to the news, let's do another Jenga piece.
Oh.
So grippy. Awful. Okay. I nailed it. All right, Kevin's eyeing off the pieces. I'm going to do a much better job commentating his
All right.
piece that I did.
So I'm going.
eyeing it
Oh
off.
yeah.
He's
Jerem-
taking his time very slowly. He's looking at the pieces. He's bringing his hand in. Oh, he's touching. Oh, he almost touched a piece. He's changed his mind. He doesn't. Oh, he's a little unsure. He's reaching in. Oh, he's touched it. Pinky in his thumb, his finger in his thumb, pointy finger. And he has it. He's got the piece.
I haven't put it on yet. Okay, and it is
He put it on top and nothing
Success.
has collapsed.
success.
Good work.
I'm a Jenga
Kevin.
dad. I didn't
You're a
think I
Jenga
was.
dad. You are through and through a Jenga dad.
I feel like there was something that happened with Rusty. I have to think of this.
Doesn't matter.
No,
Move
whoa.
on. What's your news? What news are you bringing in?
Okay, I do have a question. This news, right? This one got me, and there's a few things about it. So there's cons and definitely negatives.
Yep.
Aussie politician wants to arm all 13-year-olds with guns to protect Australia.
Yes.
Who better to hold a gun than a hormonal, prepubescent
Yeah.
kid, unhinged,
Yeah.
who knows a lot about video game shooting?
Yeah.
You know?
Why protect Australia from what?
I don't know. I think I think it said something. Yeah, let me go through
Is
the
Russia
article.
coming?
Well,
Is there something we don't know?
I read about this thing where old mate from Ukraine, who previously was a comedian,
Zelensky.
yeah, apparently he was a comedian. Good on him. I mean, ScoMo's a comedian.
He is a comedian.
Like,
Yeah.
if you can't afford to rent a house, just buy one.
It is.
That's your daggy dad.
Right now, it does seem cheaper to buy.
Well, it is. It's ridiculous. It's just you can't get the deposit. So it's
Yeah.
like, I love the way that they put it as well. It was like, the person was like, so what are you doing about the rental crisis? And he's like, oh, just buy a house. And she's like, no, but that's not the question. The rental crisis. He's like, renters buy houses. You fucking... Oh, ScoMo.
What a champ. All right.
He definitely needs Curb Your Enthusiasm music
Oh, yeah.
behind him. All right, I will read this article.
Okay.
Queensland MP Bob Cato wants to give every 13-year-old in Australia a weapon to have and learn how to use it.
Yeah.
He reckons this mini militia would prove vital in the event of war because it would mean we will be able to fight back more effectively against enemy soldiers. Now,
What's wrong with our current soldiers?
well, nothing. They're quite good. I've had a few mates who were in the army and they
Yeah.
did great.
I
And
know a few people.
yeah, I mean, Australian army seems to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you arm a 13-year-old, you are giving it to probably the least stable age group
Yeah.
to have
yeah.
a gun.
They're
still at that age where if you go to school, they're going to throw rocks at you.
Is it everyone 13 and up or just 13-year-olds?
I just said 13-year-olds. And I
Yeah.
mean, 13 up, still, you have the age of 13.
Yeah.
They're going through all this pubescent, crazy, like
Yeah, they're-
pre-teen.
Their brains are all over the place. They
Yeah,
are
voices
not,
breaking.
Yeah. They're not stable beings.
Yeah, you imagine it's going to be one of those circumstances where it's like they're halfway. Mum, can I have a drink? You laugh at them, and they're
Yeah.
like, "I'm getting me gun."
Yeah.
It's gonna. It's dangerous.
It's wild. Yeah, it's a silly concept. Like, was it supposed to be like a satire thing? Like, we do need to get some people in, teach them to guns or whatever.
Well, I mean, imagine if that man was standing up and saying, "Every 13-year-old should have a gun,"
Yeah.
and
Like, it sounds like satire.
have a what? Have a gun.
It doesn't sound like a serious thing.
I think guns are dumb. And I think, you know what, they have all that stuff in America where it's like, pro-gun rights in my constitution, which is, I think as an Australian, we don't understand it enough.
Well, we have a different, very, very different culture around guns. Like, in Australia, guns have always been tools, like on the farm and that kind of thing, for hunting and for hammering your nails and whatever else. Like they've very much been a tool in Australia, whereas in America it's much more just about fun and that kind of thing, and
Well,
about protecting your family.
I mean,
Whatever.
people on farms in Australia still have guns.
Yeah, you can
some
get
people
them-
have really overpowered guns.
Well, you can get guns. Like even in Canberra, you can get guns. Guns
Yeah.
are legal in Australia. We
Well,
we
we
can't have
haven't-
assault rifles and stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, my partner's dad had a giant sniper, which was actually confiscated, but stupidly tried to take it to Tasmania to show someone.
great. That's where he lost it.
Yeah, like had to do a whole court thing because I wanted to show the son-in-law my gun. So you took a sniper, which had like what? It's like the
Yeah,
I don't know.
50
I don't.
cal.
Yeah, 50
Yeah.
cal. The ones with like the giant machine guns on tanks.
Yeah,
It shot those.
yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shoots 2Ks, and he's like, just wanted to take it down to show him.
yeah,
On a plane?
yeah. Look what I've got.
What were you going to hide it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's,
they took
mental.
it. I think they took all the rest of the guns, and he got a bit sad. So, fair.
That's very daft.
Which I think, but in Australia, we don't have that same mindset as Americans,
No.
and especially since the Martin Bryant thing in...
Yeah.
You would not take a gun to
that's when
Tasmania.
Basically, Australia agreed, like, yeah, we don't need assault weapons. But like,
Well, that
it was mostly just like the assault weapons that went down. Gun ownership is way higher now in Australia than it was back then.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot more people with guns than there's ever been in Australia, because there's a lot more access to them and that kind of thing, and a lot easier to find out how to get them than they used to be, because you can just go online and
Yeah, online.
find out and
Yeah.
that kind of thing about legal gun ownership in Australia.
So I was looking up that actually before this pod, I was researching about Martin Bryan,
Yeah.
and so the reason that he was so insane was because he actually he was a nutcase of a kid.
yeah.
Yeah. So just the school basically said, no, he's broken. You need to take him away. He ended up not learning to read, not learning to write. Ended up helping out this house for a lady who owned Tats Lotto or something. Ended up cleaning up around the house, became really good friends, owned some pets, whatever. And she ended up dying from a car crash where there's suspected that he grabbed the wheel and turned into another
Right.
car. Anyway, for some reason in her will, he had him to take all of all of her income.
Yeah.
So he went and traveled the world and did all this stuff. You now have this crazy mental person with too much money who's bored of the world and travel.
Yeah.
So he buys some guns and goes and ruins Australia gun rights.
Yeah, of course.
Which is good. I mean, no, it's not good. It's good that the guns...
Yeah, he definitely went the wrong way around getting that law across.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I didn't just say that Martin Bryan was good.
You
I
did.
didn't mean it.
If it wasn't for him, we'd have dozens of Martin Bryans running around.
Thanks, Martin.
Yep.
Fuck.
So that's fun.
That's terrible.
All
Have a Jenga.
right, a Jenga time.
All right, Jeremy is pulling from the left side. Oh, and it's wobbled.
Ooh, I did a
Oh,
wobble.
He did a wobble.
All right,
and
come
his
on.
Success on the top.
All right, Kevin's eyeing
I
it
was
off. He's
so-
looking pretty low down. And what's his strategy here? Oh, he's gone high, quite high. Second from the original top. He's squiggling. There's a lot of movement there in that tower. He carefully slid it out sideways. Pulling. Oh, he's so close. And he's clear of the tower. Now he just
Okay,
gently
and
placed it
on-
on top. There we go. You've done it.
I have done it.
Okay.
Not worse, Dad, yet.
So
Because this is, Dad,
I
it takes patience and, a
and a
bit of...
gentle hand,
And,
but not too gentle. You need to be a bit smooth, fast.
sometimes you need to be just efficient in the task that you're doing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So I haven't been on the internet much last week. I've been quite busy. But I heard that Will Smith smacked The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. You know, Will Smith, little guy. The Rock made fun of his wife, apparently. Made fun of her bald head. And Will Smith thought he could take on The Rock. Man, I don't even know his hand could reach that high. You would have to jump to slap him. Although, I mean, who's The Rock to call Will's wife bald? He's bald.
It's so funny.
What?
Just the fact that you came in with that.
What do you mean? What? Is it not big news? What happened?
You smashed it. That was good. It was Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris Rock. That makes sense.
Oh,
Now,
no.
one thing. I'm just being silly. I saw the news. Well, Chris Rock does have a very smackable face. Like he's got that, no, but like his cheeky shit-eating grin. He's like, and you're like, oh, like if he was your kid, you'd definitely slap him. But he didn't deserve it for making a joke. That's for sure.
It fucking killed me.
The-
Oh, well done. Oh, I'm like sweating from laughing.
No, I could see.
I sweat laughs.
Now, one thought I had, because most people are on Chris Rock's side for this, like, you shouldn't be slapped for making a joke. Now, some people get cancelled for making a joke.
Yep.
They might get their YouTubes taken away. They might be banned from playing comedy stores, that kind of thing, because of a joke.
Yeah.
I would much rather be slapped in the face and have my livelihood taken away from me. Like, that's way less of a punishment than having your career ruined. And if people are against just getting slapped for
It's
a
really
joke,
funny because like everyone's coming into he sold out his comedy shows because people are like, oh, he's going to talk about it. Like, he's like, hey guys, I wrote a whole special before the weekend. Dickheads. And people are even like, fuck Will Smith. And he's like, no. I also read that, I mean, it was hard to find news this week.
yeah,
Away from that
that
stuff.
wasn't Ukraine.
that wasn't Will Smith related or Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah,
Oh, Taylor. That was sad.
don't know what happened. What is?
Drummer of Foo Fighters.
Oh, yeah, he died.
Yeah, sad. No, but so I read that like 2 months ago on a podcast, Chris Rock was actually talking about how when he was a kid, he was bullied for being really short.
Yeah.
And then he grew up a little bit. Not only was he bullied for being short, he was also bullied for being black.
Yeah.
And so he went home and filled his library book with a brick, library bag with a brick, went back to the bus where the kids were picking on him, and he fucking clocked someone.
Right.
Straight away went into therapy and all of that, and they're like, forever, people have sort of had the upper hand on him, and he will never let anyone. He's like, yeah, Will was an asshole, but he doesn't deserve a brick to the face, you know, that sort of stuff. So he recovered so well from that. I mean, a bit of a jumble of words, but man, what a king.
I actually didn't watch it.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen the memes. I've seen like cut up audio, rap remixes, all this like garbage around it. I kind of want to see the original. Like, I don't even want to watch that. No.
Oh,
Just the remixes and stuff.
No.
No, I don't need to see it.
it's so good. And it's really... So, okay, the joke was in regards to...
I know what the joke was.
Yeah.
His bald wife.
Well, yeah, but which you could have taken anyway. The thing is, if she has alopecia and she is ashamed of that, wear a wig.
She was wearing a wig.
No, she wasn't.
She was at the show.
No.
She did.
No.
Are you sure?
It wasn't
I
The
thought
Rock.
She had a wig on.
She was
Yeah.
quite the shine.
Yeah.
But no, if she was so ashamed, she should be wearing a wig.
Well, it's
you know,
kind of thing.
hide
She
it.
might not be ashamed, but she's like playing proud. So she's pretending to be proud of this thing that she knows looks awful, and she's embarrassed about. But like, so that pride in that thing, it's so fragile because she is like secretly ashamed.
Well, it's the whole thing of like, so he made the joke, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. I love you, Jada.
Mm.
And that's what got it, because the idea was G.I. Jane 1, I think it was, I can't remember who the actress was, but she shaved her head for the role.
Right.
And it was so like controversial and, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I can't believe she did that
Yeah.
for that role. It's almost like a compliment in a way.
Yeah.
Like, that was a brave thing to do, but also you're bald.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And then Will gets up and... yeah. Anyway, Will's actually resigned.
From what?
From the Academy of Acting or something.
Right.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
But I will say, I can't believe you haven't seen the slap.
Yeah. Well, I do have other news.
No,
anyway.
you do. I can't believe you... like, half my thing was to talk about the actual slap.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Will Smith. I love Chris Rock,
Yeah.
but I also enjoy Will Smith,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I will say that Will Smith is a fantastic actor, so much so that even when he slapped Chris Rock, it was questionable whether it was real or not.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying it looked a bit not real and maybe...
He's just
it
so
was
good
set
at
up.
acting that although he did hit him, he committed to the actual... like, you have to watch this slap.
I've seen it, but I've seen it cut up. I haven't seen like the whole thing.
Like,
So I've seen the action. I've
he
seen
just
his
walks
dumb
up,
weird little move.
walks up. Pah!
Yeah, he's zero weight behind it thing.
Well, it was so like...
Stupid.
it was so...
It looked like a weird slap, and then like his weird twists afterwards.
yeah,
Like it was
But it was like nothing, slap pose.
tanty slap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't punch him. It was a slap.
Yeah.
Pursuit of slappiness.
It looked weird.
It was good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I
I actually made a meme on that on the Simpsons page that I'm on. Yeah.
do you have more slap stuff?
No.
I saw a thing. It was like Jim Carrey reveals shocking news. And I opened it. And it was like Jim Carrey is thinking about resigning after Sonic 2. But I thought,
Yeah.
what's more shocking is every time you see a movie with Jim Carrey in it, like, oh, he's still doing stuff. Like, that's more of a surprise than, oh, he's quitting now. Like, I thought he'd quit ages ago. I thought his last movie was Yes Man.
He should have quit after Ace Ventura 2.
Oh, no.
Liar Liar was good.
Liar was great.
What else was good?
They were his last good ones.
Oh, they were... but those three movies...
No good. Number 23 is good, though.
oh, he's good.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? He should keep going. He's good. He's very good.
Yeah.
And Sonic isn't that bad.
Nah, Sonic
Number
was
one was
okay.
pretty good. I just don't think it was... yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Wasn't the best. Car news, probably not interesting. But Toyota finally made a cool car. First time in years. Like, they've got the Toyota 86, which they make with Subaru. The
Yeah.
BRZ, like the sporty little thing.
Because they came out at the same time as the... they came out with the Toyota 86 and then there was a Subaru that was almost identical.
That's what I just said. They built those cars together.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was a group effort by them. They made them together.
Okay.
So they are... because making a weird little sports car these days, it's a pretty big risk for a company to make. So combining them, half the effort kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, they're just like a fun little car. They're not very quick. They're like almost a really good car, but they're still fun, cool, sporty cars.
So what's this new...
And then there was a Supra, which was basically a better looking BMW Z4.
did they redo a Supra?
Yeah, there's a new Supra. It looks pretty cool, but it's basically a BMW in Toyota clothing.
I loved Supras back in... they were my favourite back in the day. I
I think you'd like the new one.
yeah, right.
Anyway, their cool car, it's a Toyota Yaris Gazoo Racing. It is mental though. It's a 3-cylinder
Yeah.
with like 300 horsepower. This tiny little ultra lightweight all-wheel drive rally car. Like, it's a car that they made for rallying, and then they just made like homologation, like street legal versions
Oh, really?
of this rally car.
But
And it
it's-
is mental.
It's so weird that they've I've always really liked the hatchback rally cars anyway. I always
Yeah.
thought they were kind of cool. Citroen used to do all theirs and whatnot.
Yeah. Audi.
I don't know enough about cars. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
What-
anyway, put a picture of it up. Gazoo Racing Toyota Yaris.
Gazoo.
Or, yeah. Just tiny Gazoo.
Gazoo.
Yeah. Gazoo. Gazoo.
You know
That's
how
so
great
cool,
it
it's
would be
tiny
if
little-
I put up a picture of Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we don't have any real news. Just those
Wait,
snippets.
I might have one more.
Anyway, let's do a Jenga first.
Oh.
I'll do a Jenga. You can commentate, or you can just read the thing you're reading. All right. Oh no.
Okay, Jeremy is pulling. Oh, I think he may lose this. We've got some wobble. He
Oh.
started on top. Oh, and he is safe.
That was awful. That was very bad. Right, we got to go quick before we run out of camera.
So we're back. Jeremy's had to move the camera because we almost ran out of battery.
Man, I love having a front camera that we can really see. With the big screen, that's cool.
Yeah, I do prefer this.
Yeah,
Why have we not?
because we suck.
Which
Because your little camera was the best one.
and it's
Anyway.
so shoot.
All right, Kevin's going in for a Jenga. He's looking around.
I've
He's
got
eyeing
heaps
it
of
off.
burps today.
He's burping.
Nerve burps.
Oh, he's gone. What's he doing here? He's reaching third from the bottom. Oh, he's touched it. He has to commit. Those are the rules. He's committed to this one piece. It is pulling the entire tower around.
I'm getting up.
But he can go. He can go at a different angle. There's no rules about getting up and moving around. Here he goes. He's twisting. Oh, it is. He's pushed it further in. Okay. Oh, he's loosed it. It's coming loose. It's almost free. It's only under one piece. He's basically got this. It's in the bag.
There's a lot of weight on that.
Oh! Jeremy wins. Dad of the
such
week.
a terrible dad.
Yes.
Jeremy.
Oh. First to get a gate. 5.
Oh, 5, you did.
Yes.
Well done. You can have this.
And what am I?
You are the best dad. You're very good at Jenga.
I'm incredible at Jenga, which means I'm an amazing dad. Takes a lot of precision, patience.
You know, that could have been me.
Finesse.
It could have been me in that position, but it wasn't.
No, because you weren't as good.
No, I wasn't.
That's the thing.
And you know what? It is on me because, you know, it does take a lot of patience and precision and you know, just to get it right. And that could have been, you know, it could have been a car not holding on the handbrake or, you know,
Yeah.
car rolling down a hill or, you know, changing a tire or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, worst dad. That was great. Jenga was fun.
Jenga was a lot of fun. I hope it sounds good, the collapse. I'm going
Yeah.
to put it in slow-mo.
Ah, it'd be sick.
Now, bang.
All right, that's all we got for news. I think. Oh, you had some dumb news.
I did. Actually, this is a good one because everybody has a story about drinking when they were young.
Too many.
Too many. This is going to open up some things.
I
then.
mean, no, I've never drunk before.
What do you mean?
as
You had
far
some
as-
beers. It was filmed. Police in WA town ban sale of certain varieties of cask wine.
Right.
Police in Western Australia town of Geraldton have issued a 4-day ban. It's only 4 days.
Yeah.
Long weekend, whatever. On certain types of cask wine. The restrictions were introduced due to an increase in incidence as a result of excessive alcohol consumption. Now, 4-litre boxes of Fruity Lexia and Tawny Point have been prohibited, while 2-litre boxes will be limited to 1 person each day. Now, when I was 12 years old, Dad went to the club,
Yeah.
and I had a mate stay over. We were like, hey, let's try Goon.
Yeah.
And we drank lots and lots and lots.
Yeah.
And spun around.
Yeah.
And then Dad came home. He rocked up through the door while we were running back and forth through the house, smashed.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you guys doing? And we're just pretending to be drunk. And he was like onto it straight away. He was freaking out, thinking I'd taken drugs or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went and picked up, like, we're like, oh, we're going to go to bed. It was like 9 o'clock. Friends staying over. When do you?
Yeah.
It never happens. And both me and my friend went to put a CD in the CD player at the same time. Dropped the CD, bumped our heads. I'm like, God damn, he knows. And it all came to a halt finally when we did finally get into bed. And my friend was talking to me, and all of a sudden he heard a splash. And I'd thrown up all over the wall. And, you know, got taken out the back, threw up heaps more, hosed it down. And Dad the next day wasn't like, no, you're not in trouble. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot we're going to the music shop to go and get a distortion pedal. All of a sudden we go into the loudest store in Canberra. I'm a 12-year-old hungover kid still smelling like puke. And one
How
of
were you
his friends...
hungover at 12?
I drank a lot, and I didn't eat anything, and I
Yeah.
didn't drink any water. You know those times where it's just like, oh, this is not good for you.
Yeah, but it wasn't until like my mid to late 20s that I started getting hangover.
Really?
Yeah, like I drink a lot when I was younger. But then, just wake up, bounce fresh as a daisy.
Oh, God. Nah, never. I've always... I like have a beer, and I'm like, got to keep drinking or I'll get hungover.
I do now.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, if you have an afternoon beer, you're like, if you don't have any more, you're hungover by 7 o'clock.
Oh, man, that was dumb.
That's
yeah.
awful. Yeah.
No, so anyway, I can't drink Goon now. Since that day, I have not been able to drink cask wine.
That's fair. I think most people have a thing, an alcohol that they just can't even look at or think about without like getting.
Do you have any?
Blue Caracao is mine.
Oh, is that? No, that's
It's this
Voc.
weird like licoricey thing, I think. Anyway, because one time stole like poured 4 bottles of various liquids into 4 separate containers. Like one was in a squirty golden syrup bottle.
Did we steal our old stepdad's
Yeah,
alcohol?
our old
I did
stepdad's
the
one.
same thing.
Oh, you probably stole the leftover.
Yeah, I did.
I tried to get them back, mix them because you fill them back up with water, bit of red cordial, try to get the colour right. One of them was like a really nice bottle of Johnny Walker, one of the more expensive ones, and like vodka and something. And one of them was Blue Caracao, and that was the final one that put me over the edge that night. That just had me vomiting and retching for hours.
I put all of it into a bottle. Did the same thing, probably your dregs.
Yeah.
I took it to a mate's place, and we were going to drink that night, and we were maybe 15, 16, and I couldn't bear the taste. Like all of my friends were like, oh, just push through, it's great, let's get smashed. All of them smashed, and I'm like, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever had. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine now, as a qualified alcohol person, you can taste scotch for scotch. You can you can drink whiskey and go, that's good whiskey.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you go to pour a cup of whiskey, you're like, this is cordial.
Yeah. Sure.
As if you wouldn't know. It's like,
Yeah. This is awfully bright red whiskey.
we weren't. I mean, as kids, you just whatever.
Yeah.
You influenced me a lot to do drinking.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I remember another time we were drinking
Yeah.
and I threw up in a beanbag
Mm.
and one of your friends was dead to eat it.
Oh, gross. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, yuck.
Yeah, it was very. Yeah, that's not even. Oh, that was so gross. I do remember.
I do love those drinking nights though. That was fun
We
teenage times.
had a lot of good times at Dad's place.
And you screaming corn in the backyard.
Oh, every time.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. All right.
What are we on?
Anyway, so we're going to discuss when it's appropriate for kids staying at home. Now, my daughter is 4 years old. I'm not even remotely close to thinking about this. Like, I guarantee I'm not even thinking in a year's time when she's 5, I'm going to leave her at home for any amount of time. I'm not even close to, I can't even comprehend an age where I would think, yeah, you are mature enough to stay at home for an hour or so. Well, a couple of hours.
I don't know if I'd go. So my kids are 11, 9, and 5. So definitely no with the 5.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't allow the older 2 to look after the 5-year-old.
Yeah.
The 9-year-old at this stage I probably wouldn't allow.
Mm-hmm.
But the 11-year-old, because of his maturity levels, we may leave him home for half an hour, maximum an hour, because he also has a mobile.
Yeah. Yeah.
That he can contact and we can contact, and we have rules in place.
Yeah.
Now, after our just now discussion, I'm starting to question if that's what we should do.
Yeah.
But I also don't have alcohol around the house,
Yeah.
and I think, like, what the worst thing he's gonna do is probably a nudie run through the house awkwardly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm alone, I can do this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you definitely will.
I don't know. I think because we're at a stage now where we're actually paying $700 a fortnight
Yeah.
to have a babysitter 3 hours 4 afternoons a week.
Yeah.
That's a whole week of income.
Yeah.
That's half an income
Yeah.
just for the benefit of going to work.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about potentially getting the 9-year-old who turns 10 in August a phone,
Mm-hmm.
and then leaving the older 2, and then trying to get the younger in after school care.
Yeah. And again, like, it's... I find it hard to weigh in because I only have a 4-year-old. I really feel like there's no, like, set age where it's like, now it's okay for them to stay at home. I really think it comes down to the kid, and you gotta... You know their maturity levels
Yeah.
because you live with them and that kind of thing. Like, it's impossible to say, no, I would never leave an under 10-year-old at home because, like,
You don't
again,
know
I
what
don't
they're
know.
like. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can't imagine that Vera would be there
Yeah.
at even 10. I don't know. I'm not even in that mindset yet as a parent. It's so far away from where I am.
To be fair, I am really worried that one day we're going to come home and the 9-year-old will be on the ground because he put a fork in the toaster or something.
Yeah.
Like, he's just that kind of kid.
Yeah.
Like, he's a great kid.
Yeah.
Very creative, very wise in his way, and loves things with a passion.
Yeah.
But
Likes to experiment.
yeah, loves to experiment.
Yeah.
Very
It is a danger.
creativity is good, but common sense is better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is the fork in the toaster thing common sense, or that's just because a lot of people tell you don't do that, you'll get electrocuted?
No,
Because you might just think, ooh, hot fork, that'd be cool.
No, because I had to stop him from doing it before.
Yeah.
And I figure he probably would try it again if he could.
Like parents
He's the
are
kind
away.
of kid that would plug in his switch and then sit in the bath.
Oh no, this goes underwater.
Can I see? Yeah.
Yeah. So older kid, nudie runs. Younger kid, electrocution. Yeah, I can't even comprehend what it would be like to have to genuinely make that decision. Am I going to leave my kids at home now? Like, because we were at home alone at quite a young age.
I think I was home I feel like I was 8.
But yeah.
Has the world changed, or are we just too weird with it now?
No, I think the world has changed. Well, not so much that the world has changed, but people have gotten more cautious with
Yep.
things, which isn't necessarily a bad thing with a lot of things. Like, you see a lot of posts and stuff on Facebook, like, oh, when I was a kid, we were out until the street
sun
lights
came
came
down
on,
and
or
then, yeah.
whatever, and like, we drank from the hose, and we,
Yeah.
played at the creepy naked guy up the street's house, and like, like just normal things. Like, that's fine. It was fun, and most of us didn't get hurt.
Yep.
And I think it's more like, because there are kids that do get hurt and do get captured and do get these things happen. It is very rare, but because the world's so much more connected now with the internet and all that, we do hear about like every time that happens anywhere. You do see
Yeah.
on
So
the
maybe
news.
it's not so much that maybe we are too overcautious, or maybe we're too anxious about the fact that it could happen because we see these things more
Well,
often.
I don't know if there's anything wrong with being overcautious though. Like, is your kid missing out on that much if they're not at home alone ever? Like, the parents might be missing out on more than the kids because they can't go and out to dinner and whatever.
No, but see, I wouldn't allow, like, it's more about the case of like, if I'm going to be home, like, I'll take the kids out to dinner. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need a date night.
Yeah.
Or we'll pay a babysitter for that.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that it's like we're paying a full income worth to have someone come over 3 hours in the afternoon, so we can work.
You can work, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas it's like, I mean, my oldest is going to be in high school next year,
Yeah.
which is crazy. I shouldn't be in charge of a high schooler. That's weird. I hang out with high schoolers, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't.
Can you get a rebate of sorts for having a baby?
No.
Okay.
No. But you can with childcare.
Yeah.
But because there's no availability, it's just we're stuck in this spot where there's nothing.
Yeah. So, when I was with my ex-wife, we did decide that I would be a primary carer of the child because it wasn't worth putting her into daycare or whatever else, because it would cost almost as much as I'd be earning. So you're much better off just having a parent there with the kid all the time. Like,
well, we did the same. My partner did the same. She worked from home, and she didn't work. She didn't work for it was like a year or something, because we were paying majority of our income on childcare costs.
Yeah.
And also her mental health was suffering because the job was not good for her.
And there aren't many jobs that are school-time jobs.
No.
Like, every job is longer than school hours.
One of the jobs that she recently got a job, which is great. But one of the jobs she did go for, which was really weird, it was like a work from home job. We're like, sweet, that's awesome.
Yeah.
If we can work out how to just get there and back, like, I'll pop out, grab the kids, come home, finish work.
Yeah.
Kids are around, I'm around. If something goes terribly wrong, I'm here.
Yeah.
That's the concern. Like, I've been working from home when the kids are upstairs, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just that idea, if something goes wrong and you're not around or no one's around, then what do you do?
Yeah.
So she was going to go for this other job, and they're like, no, you can't go and pick up the kids, even if it is 5 minutes down the road. It's like, okay, well, if they're that strict on that, what else are they that strict on?
Yeah.
So she actually declined that job, which was a wise move.
Yeah. My workplace has actually been really supportive and helpful with any hours.
Because you don't work any time that you've got Vera, hey?
No, not at all. So, yeah, when Vera's at my place, I don't work at all. It's all 24/7 Vera time.
But then you work like 7 days straight.
Yeah, then it is non-stop work when she's gone. I got a day off this week.
What day?
Wednesday.
Nice.
So, don't leave your kids at home, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Never, ever. Not once, not ever. Never leave your kids at home.
I think I'm going to...
Unless they're mature enough. Then fine, go nuts, leave them.
I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
I think we're going to work it out. We may consider getting a secondary phone.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, I don't like the idea of kids having their own phones. I never did.
Yeah.
But it's also like, what's
They
worse?
and they can contact you at all times. You can put a GPS thing on their phone so that you know where they are.
Yeah.
Make sure they are at home.
You know, it's the idea. And to be honest, it's so cool to be able to text your kid and just say, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Yeah.
Like-
I've always, yeah. Yep.
And we send jokes, and you know, the other week I was like, "Hey, Opie, how was your day?" And he's like, "Not so great." I'm like, "Oh man, you alright? Do you want to talk?" "No, I'm okay, just doing my lunch." I'm like, "Okay, clean the whole house or you're grounded." And he laughed, and it's like, you know, that's cool. You can still be like supportive from a distance.
Yeah. No, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
When she can read. She's doing,
Oh,
yeah.
there was the Rusty news.
Wait. Vera can write rainbow on Animal Crossing.
What?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And her own name. Rainbow and Vera.
Now, my news doesn't feel as impressive.
Oh, sorry for stomping on his little achievements. What did he do?
He drew a heart and then wrote Dad.
Oh, no, that's way lovelier.
Yeah, it's not rainbow though.
Less letters. No, but she
Rainbow's a really hard word.
there's a keyboard on the screen, whereas
Does she know what the letters are?
not really.
So she
knows kind of what the letters are, but she doesn't know the sounds like rainbow.
So did you sit there and work it out with her?
Yeah, because she's asking me how to spell it, and I go this one, this one, this one, this one, this
Oh,
one.
so
it's a memory thing.
It's a memory thing.
Yeah,
okay.
not it's
which
not
is reading, really.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rusty was.
That's sweet though.
It was really sweet. He's learned to write his own name, and every time I'm reading, he's like, "That's my name."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yep,
Vera does that too.
picks the letters. It's so cool. Like if you think about the growth of your kid, the coolest thing to me is just like the fact that 5 years ago that little person couldn't roll,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden starts making these weird noises, starts mimicking, and then all of a sudden those mimics turn to words. They start walking, running. It's all this incredible growth, and then all of a sudden you're having a frigging conversation with this 5 years ago not able to roll baby.
And then arguments.
Plenty of those.
Now, who's stronger, Grunsperman or Elsa? Do you want to tell everyone what Grunsperman is?
The most amazing thing. So
Grunsperman.
Rusty.
You know Grunsperman, it's a big mouth and he
Grunsperman.
opens like this.
Good Spider-Man.
Grunsperman.
So Good Spider-Man is Golden Spider-Man. We've actually had to say, Rusty, when you say it, you need to say Golden Spider-Man. And hey Dad, when I'm watching Golden Spider-Man, did you know he did this?
The first time he says it, he'll say it normal. And then like, Grunsperman.
Now I'm referring to Golden Spider-Man. Golden Spider-Man.
Grunsperman.
We laughed so hard when you referenced that in a text. It was like, Golden Spider-Man.
He's great. He got pretty upset with me the other night. We were trying to get Vera and him to sleep.
Yeah.
And he's like, Uncle Jeremy, do you think Grunsperman or Elsa would win in a fight? Like, Elsa, she would just freeze him and he's done. He's like, no. He got really bothered by it.
You can't do that.
Well,
Crushes.
well, because that's Vera's hero, so I'm not going to let his hero beat Vera's hero.
How dare you do that
I've got to
when
defend Vera's
I'm not
hero.
there to defend my son?
You would have lost too anyway. Vera's way more powerful.
So,
Elsa is way more powerful.
Golden Spider-Man is actually a thing. Golden Spider-Man actually
I
is a
thought he
thing.
invented him.
But,
Yeah.
yes, he creates his own world of Spider-Man as Golden Spider-Man. And it's kind of his stories, and he's like, "This movie is doing this and this and this, and that's gonna happen in number 2."
And fighting Cartoon Cat and Siren Head. How did he find out about them? I didn't know they were things, and I looked them up. They're terrifying.
Older brothers.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah, of course.
the thing is, and it's stuff that we like. We'll wake up in the morning and Rusty will be out in the lounge room with Opie and TJ just watching stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's not afraid of that stuff,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Well,
'cause
he is very afraid of that stuff. It's like he can watch it, he can enjoy it and all that,
yeah.
but then like at the night, he's always worried about the dark and worried about the cartoon cat coming out and all this stuff. Like, he's worried a lot about the things after
See,
the
he
fact.
hasn't said that to us.
Right.
So he might express that to you.
Yeah.
And then he comes out, and because I think the way that we put him to bed is really comforting.
Yeah.
Like, we sit with him for 5 minutes, we have a chat, we get him to talk, and we read a book, we talk, and then it's always good night, I love you, see you in the morning.
Yeah.
And it has to be those three, or else.
Yeah.
If you just went, all right, Rusty, good night, bye,
Yeah.
he's going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where's my routine? Where's my things?
This is how cartoon cat comes out.
He does have monster spray.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the same way that Mum did it for me, where
Yeah.
it was like, you spray them and they die and they're gone forever.
Yeah.
And that was the end of monsters for me. But for him, he's like, no, I need it.
Yeah.
And it's just like a little cologne, and don't know how to stop that one now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mum.
Let's see how fat we got.
I think I might have lost.
I think I might have gained. I've just eaten a whole big thing of KFC.
You look like you've eaten
I've
KFC.
just had a big thing of coffee, and I've just sculled a mother. So I'm quite full of everything right now. I am predicting an up.
I'm maybe feeling that I might have gained actually now that I think about it.
I might go first now. Our boards are a mess. We've got last week's things on there.
Okay, so your last weight, Jeremy's last weight was 102.9. He was down 1.1 from the week before.
Yeah, I'm going to completely nude. I need to take every advantage I can. All of my clothes are off. Okay.
102.5.
Yes!
You still lost 0.4.
Yeah, and that is like if I wasn't currently full of like there's got to be 2 kilos in me right now of extra food and water and coffee. Definitely 2 kilos for sure. Well, I'm happy with a bit of a loss anyway.
All right, so well done. Congratulations.
All right.
Lose money bags.
Kevin's here.
Ooh, slippers.
Lucky we finished the Jenga already, otherwise your doodle would have knocked that over.
Swinging dicks. All right. So
All right.
last week I was 135.3. I need to wee, so
Ooh, 135.1. You've lost 200 grams.
yeah.
I've lost 400.
You know what? You won. But
I am the winner.
Well done for both a loss.
Yes,
that's
but you're
sick.
still higher than when you started.
It's been a rough few weeks. I've had a lot going on. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to Queensland next weekend for an engagement party, and
yeah.
I am just gonna pack on the bits. So
I am the least fat again.
and I'm stoked I lost something. You know what? I did much better this week, and I think it's. What do you think you're doing right? Like, what do you think that you're doing right with your?
Well,
loss?
besides the KFC tonight,
Yeah.
just the same, exact same thing. Just still maintaining good portions for meals.
Yep.
You know, the right amount of carbs, the right amount of meat, all that, heaps of veggies, and minimal snacking. And when I do snack, it's not like a bag of chips. It's a couple of crackers, maybe a bit of cheese, maybe a yogurt. It's not sugary snacks and things. It's not like addictive food. And one little trick I've had, because
Yeah.
like I just fiend snacks, especially at night when I'm watching TV, I just need to be like chomping on something.
Yeah.
I found that if I just grab like a chewy,
Yeah. Okay. Chewing gum.
yeah, just chewing gum, just pop that in while I'm watching telly, and I'm not even thinking about shoveling food in my mouth. I'm just
You just,
chewing away while I'm...
and then you get a sore jaw, and it's like, God damn, I wish I would stop doing this.
No, I don't get a short. It's just a chew for a bit, watch my ep of Top Gear, and then go to bed.
Yeah, fair. I think I need to get into that pattern of going to bed earlier, because like I'm staying up so late that I get to a point where I'm like, we need an extra meal.
Yeah.
Because meals kind of happen in segments. It's like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then I stay up long enough to have midnight or like, you know.
Yeah.
So
no.
it's like additional meal time. So I have stopped eating so much at night, which is good. I did have a excessive KFC binge as well.
KFC though.
So it was filled with regret, filled with guilt, guilty goodness.
Mine was such a good one tonight too. It's like they're really well cooked and like those shit pieces too. Like
Really?
yeah, and then it got the crappy weird ball one.
Yeah.
And two of the wing. Like I like wings, but when they're in the chicken pieces, they're a bit crapper than when you get actual wings.
Yeah.
But it was like just cooked perfectly. The seasoning was great. It was like just on point. It's good.
Yeah, I do love a good KFC.
Extra salty chips. I like when they're like way too salty. Love that. Well, yeah, that was good.
No, I had a grease monkey today. Have you had grease monkey?
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
My God, that chicken burger. Woo!
One note on KFC.
Yeah.
Are the refresher towels not the best smell in the world?
It is so good.
I love it.
Have you seen the movie Book of Eli?
No.
It's like, that's one of the higher points of currency, those KFC lives.
They smell great.
Great movie.
Beer is into the smell too. Every time, all right, we rarely get KFC, but when we do, so like get the thing and do you want to smell, Dad? Thanks. Because they usually only give us one now. Like they used to like just chuck a bunch in the bag.
Oh, they used to.
But now I'm lucky if I get one.
Yeah, they've all watched Book of Eli. They're like, nah.
But I always let Vera have it. And yeah, she always lets me have a sniff before she uses it.
Lucky. Good.
It's good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's it for us. We are asleep. So yeah, Dad of the Week. No honorary Dad of the Week.
You won both this time.
There was also... yes, so... If you would like more Dad vs. Dad content, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Dad vs. Dad podcast.
Or if you want to follow us on Instagram, which I haven't posted anything for a while, so expect some posts this week, maybe some catch-ups. You can follow us on instagram.com/Dad vs. Dad podcast.
Yep. And on Patreon, where Kevin still hasn't uploaded his 10 dad jokes, his punishment from a few weeks ago, still hasn't uploaded it. So
did you do your push-ups?
Why even join? No, there is some other extra bonus content though.
Oh, there is.
Kevin hasn't posted that, but I have found an ancient podcast from 2017 called Under the Weather.
Oh, it is so funny.
An awkward weatherman named James Edmonds. It's pretty fun. It's just like it's
5
a 2
minutes?
minute thing.
2 minutes?
It's 2 minutes. It's just a dumb thing I did years ago. If anyone wants to check it out, it is on our Patreon.
I will give it is very funny. It's so funny. I loved it.
Good.
Thanks.
I will be posting episode 2. I found 2 episodes. There was originally 8 in the series. I'm thinking of bringing it back. But it's basically just an awkward weatherman. Well, not even a weatherman. Just a guy who's pretty into the weather. Just talking about the weather for 2 minutes. Awkwardly.
Good. Very fun.
Yeah, so I'll release episode 2 this coming week.
Yeah, you had to do some push-ups?
No, that was the thing that you said and I didn't agree to.
I also... Hey, we're here.
Oh, patreon.com/Dad vs. Dad.
Yes. I also want to say, we made it to episode 10.
We are episode 10.
That is
digits.
really cool.
Yeah. We can now stay home alone.
What? Oh, this is going to suck. I've only got 1-1.
Oh, you got an eye in there probably.
I'm going to have to makeshift a 1.
Yeah. All right. It's been real. Bye, Hungries.
We've been dads. Is that how it goes?
Sure.
Two brothers.
Daddy. Dad.